Want to turn this into this? Stay tuned. I got more for you. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. I got another one for y'all. So this time, I got my LaTrax Rally on the bench. And if you notice, it don't look like a regular LaTrax Rally. So this one, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the walkthrough about everything I did to it. And I'm going to tell you how I managed to fit this body on here. So start off with the body. So as you can see, my body pins fit in there. They fit in there just fine. Don't mind the spoiler. I had a little crash doing some drifting. That's the one bad thing about this body is the fact that it's not that the Lexan plastic that the original, the hobby grade cars we normally used to. There's not that kind of plastic. It's like a hard plastic. It's a Walmart car, man. I went to Walmart, and so first off, I bought my boys some LaTrax Rallies, and one of them have the blue one of them have the orange one. I did the brushless upgrades on them, so they're real fast, and I like them. I wanted to get me one too. So my plan was to do mine. I was going to get a clear body, and I was going to paint it all black. And I had the red wheels. I purchased some red wheels for it, and that was going to be my thing. I don't know if you noticed, I like the red and black. It's my two favorite colors. So that was the plan, and I was going to do it, but I don't know. I looked online and I seen a couple guys actually fitting different bodies on the car. So I was like, yo, that's cool. I like that. Give it a different look. So what I did was, but a lot of the guys don't actually show where they got the body from, what car they got it from, or what store they bought it from, or anything like that. They just show you the body and they paint it or whatever, and they put it on the car, and they don't show how they did it. They don't do anything like that. I'm gonna get down to it for you guys. So first thing I did was I got me some measuring tape, and I measured from center on the front wheel and center on the rear wheel, and then I did probably some measurements from the outside of the wheel, from the rear to the front too. And I probably look crazy, but I went in Walmart and I knew they had some cars in there. So I went in Walmart and I had my measuring tape, and I started measuring all of the wheels from center to center like I did on that one. And I found two cars that fit. And it was this one, and it was a Mustang. They both was the Newbright RCs, but one was a black and red Mustang, and it was this one. And trust me, I don't have anything on the Ford Mustangs. I love Mustangs. So I would have got it, but it was just plain. It was all black, and it had like just red rims. It didn't have no stripes. It didn't have anything on it. But when I seen this, I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be the one, because I'm going for a drifting build on this car. So I think the 350Z with the spoiler and the paint job and all of that would do a better job. But as you can see, it says 1/16 scale. So you would think it wouldn't fit. If you were shopping online, you would think it wouldn't fit. But it definitely fit perfect, because the LaTrax Rally is a 1/18 scale. And with this saying 1/16 scale, you would think that it's actually bigger and it would be too big. This is the actual car it came on. As you can see, it had 3 mounting points. It had one in the front and it had the 2 in the rear. And you able to access them through the bottom of the car. Once you do that, the body popped right off. It was simple. It had a couple wires coming through, going from the boxes, and it had wires going to the body, because that body actually had lights. It had some front LED lights up there, and it had a little chip with it. And I took the chip out with it. My plan was to try to utilize it and try to use it in the body, so I could have some lights like I do my Rustler. But when I plugged everything up, I took the red and the black off, and I hooked it to like a receiver plug. And when I plugged it to the receiver box, the lights came on for a couple seconds and then they cut off. And then one of them was only working. The other one wouldn't come on at all. And then that one stopped. Then the one that was working cut off. And then I couldn't get them to work ever since. So I think maybe I burnt them out. Maybe I needed a load resistor or something like that. Maybe they wasn't, I added too much power to it, too much amperage going through the receiver box and in the car itself. So yeah, that was pretty simple. I just took all the wires out, and it's a little roller. I just let my little baby, push it around the floor. So yeah, I actually kind of used it. I used the body and used the car. So yeah, that's that. That worked out pretty good. So let's get on this. So yeah, it worked fine. So take the clips out. Clip stuck in my nail. So there we go. So my plan was I was gonna go with black and red. Yeah, you know my thing. So I dyed the chassis all black. I dyed the battery cover black, and this top part, and that top part goes all the way across. I dyed that black, and yeah. So that was my thing, and I was going with the black and red rims. I was going with the black and red, have it all black and red. But when I wanted, and like I said, I was going to get a clear body and paint it all black and put my stickers on there. But when I seen, when I got the thought of doing a custom build with the body, I just went ahead and purchased some white wheels. That way it goes with the body more, and got rid of the black and red scheme. But I might go back to it one day. Comment down below. So yeah, that's the thing. I got the quick run HobbyWing ESC on there. That's up to 3S, but I only run it on 2S. The motor, as for the motor, it is a brushless motor, and it is a 6800 kV, if you can see it. I'm trying to get down on it. Yeah, 6800 kV. So this thing flies. This thing is a cannon. It's a little cannon. I love it. Got the brushless ESC on there. I taped the power box down. I'm at the power switch. I got the power switch double-sided tape down to the receiver box. I have the Dumbo RC receiver in here, receiver and transmitter combination. Got the antenna coming out the little plug right here. I don't have the plug down all the way so it don't snap the wire. Original shocks. They're the plastic oilless shocks. So, I mean, they work pretty good. I just drift around on the indoors, smooth surface. If I do take it outdoor, she is quite bouncy. Don't really bother me too much because I use it indoors, so it's pretty good. I do have, if you notice, the diff cups are the anodized blue. LaTrax do make spools. It's just a spool. You get rid of the planetary gears, and that's all you got. I got it in the front and the rear, so my front and rear wheels are locked up all the way around. Like the front wheels is locked. They move the same way, if you can see. And all of them. I'm moving one wheel and all four of them is digging right now. So, yeah, that helps out with the drifting a lot. I mean, if you want to be able to drift real good, definitely lock all four wheels and get you a gyro. I got the one with the gyro, so it do help out with the drifting a little bit so it don't just do 360s on you. Got the original servo in there. I think that's the upgraded version, I believe. Yeah, got the original. So the foam bumper I was able to still use the foam bumper. It fit right on top. Let me get into how I was able to make this thing fit. So, like I said, once I took those three, the two out in the front, no, I think it was the one in the front. It was one in the front and it was two in the rear. Once I was able to take those out, it had they actually stood up. They stood up about to like the height of the body. It had some posts standing up. So what I did was I took my Dremel tool and I just cut them off. I cut it all the way down and used the one of the wheels to try to shave it down as much as I can, so it goes right over the front bumper. And I did the same with the rear. I cut them all the way down, cut it all the way off with my Dremel tool, and then I try to shave it down as much as I can. The back really didn't matter. The back really didn't matter if you do have to shave the back, because it will butt up against right here. So definitely had to shave the back for that. And to get the hose lined up, this might not be the best way, but sometimes it worked for me. What I did was I took me, I got a black paint marker, and what I did was I dabbed a piece of the paint on the tip of all 4 posts. I dabbed the tip on all 4 posts. And what I did was I put the body on top, like evenly. I set it on top right where I knew where it would be, where I wanted it, and I just dabbed it. And when I picked it up, all of the 4 dots was there. And yeah, as you can imagine, it did run just a little bit. It ran down just a little bit, but where the dabs first made contact, that's exactly where it needed to be. And once I did that, I put a little, I checked it again. I double checked it. I put a little, with the drill bit, I put a little endevit in there, and then I lined it up again. I set it on top, and I picked the whole car up, and I looked at it again, and it was right. And I figured that's cool. And I drilled my holes, and it lined up perfect. I run this on 2S. I don't run it on 3S. I only run it on 2S. Yeah, because I feel like 2S would be a little bit too much for it. Another thing I did was this thing has these spacers in here on the front and in the rear, and you can adjust them. They're just little teeny spacers. You take them out and you could put them in the front, or you could take them out and put them in the rear. You could put them on either side. Originally, they're supposed to look like that. They're supposed to be in the on the chassis side on a car. But what I had to do with the front, I had to take the ones out in the front and move them up a little bit, because on the wheel well, the wheel was a little back. It wasn't rubbing, it wasn't causing any harm or anything to it, but it just kept messing with me. And I'm like, yo, I know I could fix that by just moving just that spacer to the front, and it would fix it. And it did. It moved it up perfectly fine. Let me show you how easy it is to go on. If I can see it, let's see. So bam, they go to the front, and the back pop right on too. As soon as you line the back, as soon as you line the front up. And I'm able to get my body clips in. And let me show you. You can see how just moving that spacer up just a little bit moved the wheel up just a little bit. So it was back just a hair, but it was, like I said, it wasn't rubbing, but it moved it up fine. And the back is right in the middle too. The ground clearance, I mean, well, the space in between the wheel wells is a little high, is a little much, but I mean, overall, I think it looks good, other than my wing that's chipped off back there. But I did save the piece, so I'm gonna glue that thing back on. So yeah, give you a nice little look of it. Oops, I should have put the clips back in, but it'll be all right. Got my T-Max and my Rustler back there just chilling. So yeah, that's my LaTrax Rally with the custom body. Thanks for watching, guys. Always remember, like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see. Comment, man. I'm not really getting any comments. If just give me a comment, say something. If you like it, if you don't like it, if you got any questions about anything, sure. I appreciate everything, man. Thank you.